I tracked every single dollar I spent for 30 days. Every coffee, every subscription, every late-night order I told myself I would not make. And by the end of the month, I found something that is quietly draining $1,240, $7 a month from the average American budget. Most people will never even notice it is happening. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it in your own life. Let me show you exactly what I found. Here is how this started. I did not track my spending because I was broke. I tracked it because I was curious. I have talked about budgeting on this channel for months, but I had never actually sat down and logged every single transaction for a full 30 days. So I decided to do it the hard way. No app doing it for me automatically. I wrote down every purchase by hand, every single day, for 30 days straight. And what I expected to find and what I actually found were two very different things. Going in, I assumed the big expenses would be the problem. Rent, car payment, groceries, the obvious stuff. But here is the first thing that surprised me. Those expenses were not the issue at all. They were predictable. They were the same every month. The real damage was happening in a category I almost did not even bother tracking. The small stuff. The stuff that feels too tiny to matter. Let me walk you through exactly what I found, category by category, because this is where it gets uncomfortable. Category 1, subscriptions. I sat down and counted every single subscription I was paying for. Streaming services, a music app, a cloud storage plan I forgot I even signed up for, a fitness app I used twice in 8 months, a meal kit trial that auto-renewed into a full subscription. When I added it all up, I was paying just under $90 a month on subscriptions I was barely using. $90. Every single month. That is over $1,000 a year for things sitting in the background of my life, doing almost nothing. Category 2, food delivery fees. Not the food itself. The fees, delivery charges, service fees, tips, small price increases, built into delivery app menus that you do not notice, unless you compare them directly to the restaurant price. Over 30 days, just in fees and markups, not the actual meals, I spent close to $110. That is money that bought me absolutely nothing except convenience I did not even think about. Category 3, bank and card fees. This one made me angry. An overdraft fee I did not see coming. A foreign transaction fee on an online purchase from an international seller. A small monthly maintenance fee on an account I forgot still charged one. None of these were large on their own. $5 here, $12 there. But across the month, these invisible fees added up to almost $40. Money I never spent on purpose. Money that just disappeared. Category 4, impulse purchases. This is the category that hurt the most to track honestly, because it forced me to admit something to myself. A late-night online order I do not even remember the reason for. A snack run that turned into $40 somehow. A small upgrade I clicked without thinking twice because it was only $9 more. Individually, none of these felt like a big decision in the moment. That is exactly the problem. They were never big decisions. They were small, easy, forgettable decisions, repeated constantly. When I added every single one of these categories together, subscriptions, delivery fees, bank fees, and impulse purchases, the total for the month came out to $1,247. Not on rent, not on groceries, not on anything I could point to and say that was a real intentional choice. This was money that left my account through 100 small invisible cracks. I never noticed because I never looked. Now here is the part that actually matters. This is not really a video about my spending. This is a video about a pattern. Because when you talk to most people about where their money goes, they talk about rent, groceries, and gas. They almost never talk about the subscriptions stacking up quietly in the background. The delivery fees they have normalized, the small bank fees they assume are unavoidable, or the dozens of tiny purchases that never feel significant enough to question. This connects directly to something I talk about constantly on this channel. The 5 stages of wealth: earning, protecting, multiplying, owning, and freedom. Most people focus all their energy on stage 1, earning more money. They think if I just made more, this problem would fix itself. But here is the truth. If you do not fix the leaks, a higher income just means a bigger number disappearing through the same cracks. I could have earned twice as much that month and still lost over $1,200 to things I was not paying attention to. This is exactly what stage 2 protecting is about. It is not about being cheap. It is not about cutting out everything that brings you joy. It is about closing the holes you do not even know exist. Remember the bucket idea. Your income pours in at the top. If there are holes in the bottom, it does not matter how much you pour in. The bucket never fills up. So what do you actually do with this information? Here is the simple 3-step process I used after this experiment, and you can use it starting today. Step 1. Audit your subscriptions this week. Open your bank statement and go line by line. Anything you have not used in the last 30 days, cancel it. Not pause it, cancel it. If you genuinely need it later, you can always resubscribe. Step 2. Compare your delivery app prices to the actual restaurant or store price once. Just once, you will likely be shocked at the markup. This single comparison usually changes how often people use these apps without you even having to force yourself to stop. Step 3. Call your bank and ask directly, what fees am I currently being charged and how do I avoid them? Most banks will tell you exactly how to waive monthly fees if you ask. Most people never ask. That is it. 3 steps. No extreme budgeting. No spreadsheet obsession. Just looking directly at where the leaks are and sealing them one at a time. Here is what I want you to take from this video. The goal was never to make you feel guilty about how you spend money. Everyone has subscriptions they forget about. Everyone has ordered food they did not need to order. That is normal. The problem is not the spending itself. The problem is spending on autopilot, never tracking it, and assuming the math works out fine because the big bills get paid. $1,247 a month is not a number I am asking you to feel bad about. It is a number I am asking you to investigate in your own life. Maybe yours is $800. Maybe it is $2,000. You will not know until you actually look. The same way I did not know until I forced myself to write down every single purchase for 30 days. If you do one thing after watching this video, let it be this. Pull up your bank statement right now, today, and just look. Not to judge yourself, just to see. Awareness is the entire first move. You cannot fix a leak you refuse to look at. I am planning to do a part 2 to this video where I take everything I found and actually fix it for 30 more days, then show you exactly what changes. If you want to see that, make sure you are subscribed, because that follow-up is going to be even more revealing than this one. If this video opened your eyes even a little bit, hit that subscribe button. I cover real numbers, real experiments, and real strategies every single week. No vague advice, just things you can actually act on starting today. Go check your statement. I will see you in the next one.